finally hopefully found me a pole. Now if I can get it on this trailer, that'll be fabulous. Okay, let's try that.
Okay.
You know more about it than I do, so that's what you do.
Okay, if you will, come on up.
All right. Okay. So this is a railroad yard only about 2 or 3 miles from my house, and they have these poles that they call coal poles. They're the ones that they set on the ground. As you can see, it's broken half. This pole is only half of what a regular pole is, and I suspect that thing weighs about 1,000 pounds, but I don't know for sure. Think you can get it?
I think it'll ride right there.
Okay. That'll work.
You think you need another strap? I may have one.
I got another one.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, no further than you're going, I think that'll ride.
I think it will too. I can't, I'm gonna ease on back there.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay.
All right, now I can get that motor out of there. That's a big deal. So this little backhoe I got from Harbor Freight, it's called a towable backhoe. You can hook it to your truck, and without those outriggers you can pull it around. The only reason it ain't hooked to my truck right now is I broke off the latch for it. But anyhow, I bought it for around $3,400. I used it whenever I was building different things around the farm. I put in a septic tank system with it, and so it's more than paid for itself. And of course I'm using it here to dig the hole for the pole. Hey guys, just want to tell you that as normal, I keep it real, so I'm going to show a few mistakes that I made, but we did eventually figure it out, but I want to show you these mistakes. Also, I want to introduce you to the camera hound. He seems to be in a lot of these videos lately. I think he wants to be a star. See what I mean? Now I know where all these smudges are coming from. So the first mistake here is I didn't use a strong enough strap. I use these all the time, and I've never found one break, but I found the limits today. So this is not where the strap breaks. It actually just came off this time. But do you see the other problem yet? Have you noticed what the problem is?
Let me get a piece of wood.
So I can tell you from experience that you need a piece of buckwood down there in the bottom so that the pole will slide down it. Otherwise it'll just dig into the dirt. I used that on the other pole on the other side of the boat. But I just wonder, do you see the other problem yet? So at this point, what I'm trying to do is get the bottom of the pole to go into that butt board so that it'll start standing up. So this is the point where it kind of hit me. I was like, that pole is way too close to that boat. And if I start standing it up and it falls that direction, it's going to do some damage to it. So I decided to move it. So here's a picture. I thought the video was running, but it was not. But when I started to pull the boat, it got too close to that hole and you can see it just fell in. I thought I had a mess there, but I called my daughter down and she hooked her husband's truck to it and we pulled it right out. Hey, and I had to remind her, girl, this is Chevy power now. Be careful. We'll snatch that trailer right out from under that boat. As you can see, tragedy was averted and we got it out pretty easy. So once we got the boat out of the way, we started trying to raise it up again. Actually gave us some better camera angles as well, and this happened. So I got a much larger strap and I didn't have any more problems with it.
I had my fly bar. Golly, that will work perfect right now.
Your what? Fly bar?
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do?
Young man, I jumped up out of it like a young buck.
The biggest problem we were running into is the backhoe wouldn't go high enough to stand the pole all the way up. I soon realized we was gonna have to go to plan B and call in the Chevy again. Okay, what we got going now is we got the truck strap hooked to the pole. Should be able to pull it up and control it with the backhoe if all goes as planned. You sure this is a good idea? No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I'm gonna pull the thing to me because you're pulling sort of that way.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull it to me to be the diagonal that you're talking about.
Right.
And we're just gonna go real slow. Hey, real slow.
You don't want me to snatch it up?
No, I better not. So I got to tell you about the only drawback to this backhoe is, man, it's very touchy. You can't really move it real easy like you can a larger backhoe.
we raised it at all yet?
Huh?
Did it raise it at all yet?
Yeah, it's starting to. Pretty much pressure's off that. It's just laying against that. I mean, I think we're doing pretty good. As long as it, I wish I could pull back another few inches. I wish I could put more back pressure on it, but it does seem, when it actually gets to the point where it switches around, I'm gonna have it tighter. I'm gonna have it better. I'm gonna change it, yeah. So the problem was, as we would pull that pole up, I was scared that if I didn't have something on the back holding it, that it would just go towards the truck and take the truck out. He wouldn't have time to move it. So we employed the four-wheeler to put back pressure on it. So I seen people putting up poles with backhoes, and it would be super simple with that because you could just pull forward or back up or get behind it. And you notice with this, the truck would have to be connected to it to move it. But this is what I had, and this is what we had to work with, so we just gonna figure it out. So I gotta tell you, at this point, it was pretty nerve-wracking. We almost had it up, but I was afraid something could happen. It could take out the backhoe, my trailer, the shop, or the truck. So here I'm using the four-wheeler to stabilize the backhoe. I was worried it might tip over because you see it does rise up on one side. So I'll save you here from watching. We were back and forth, checking it, just trying to get it perfect. And it took a little while in order to do that. But eventually, we did get her straight. So I can tell you, working here at the farm, putting up poles and all kind of stuff with concrete, I found that when you're doing this, all you really need to do is take a hose, as you see me, and I put it in there and turned it on, and then just bring your bags of concrete up, let it fill up maybe 4 or 5 gallons of water, and then just open your concrete and slowly let it pour in there. And I'll tell you, you don't have to worry about mixing in a wheelbarrow or anything like that. If anybody doubts this works, take a bag of concrete and just set it out on the ground and watch what happens in a couple of days. It'll harden up without putting any water on it at all.
Foot dry or?
That's just high strength.
Yeah.
the best things for working around your yard. It's a concrete tool.
Oh, yeah.
But dude, it works so good for leveling anything,
Yeah.
pushing or pulling like this.
Are you taking that piece of wood out? Or
Yeah.
are you leaving it? Probably back that out of the way. I don't know. Although it might make that lean. So
Yeah, I know. Shouldn't mess with it, Well, we got her done. Leave that thing set up overnight, just 24 hours, just let it hold it, just to be sure. But I don't think it's going to. We got 6 bags of concrete in the bottom, so I think that's going to hold it. Had a couple of iffies, but that's always the case. And then we got her done though, always do. Just keep trying. I could have rented a backhoe and pushed this thing right up, but that's about $350 a day where I'm at, so this didn't cost me anything. Just about, I think about probably 5 hours work, so it's pretty good. Moving along. So I believe I put these poles up in late June, and it was still decently not crazy hot like it's been in the past month or so. But after that, it was just so hard. It was hard to get out there after working through the day, and you get home, it was still so hot that I really didn't have a chance. Today is August the 16th, and this is the first cool day I think I've had in about 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. So I have these timber locks. They're 6-inch. These are going to go, I'm going to put 5 on each side of the pole. So it'll be 5 on this side and 5 on the other side. That ought to be more than enough. So when I started, the plan was to put 2 2x10s, 1 on each side of the pole up, and then to fill them in with 2x6s to make it solid all the way across there. Okay, so I figured I want to be at least 6 foot above the railing of the boat. So I'm gonna just guess at that. That's 6 foot there, but I'm going an extra 4. And the 6 foot comes from 3 foot from the chain, or for the chain hoist, and 3 foot for the motor, and then to clear the boat. So I'm going more than that. All right. The hardest part's going to be getting the first one in, then it'll get easier. Let me just say here that I'm very aware of those power lines. They are from the weatherhead up and out. They're wrapped in rubber, but I'm still going to stay on this side of the pole. And if someone is thinking about doing something like this, take due care around those power lines. They'll kill you. So we can keep that up there without falling. All right, now I've got that. The boat is helping to hold it. Gotta get a screw out and get it ready. This will be the hardest part about the whole deal. I got to hold it and get this going. And that got it. Now, before I get too far, I want to double measure down this height, which looks like it's going to end up being about right here. 6, 7 feet. I think I'd like to go a little higher. I wonder if I can get it up there now that I got that started. I'm wondering if I can get it up on top of here let that help hold it. That would be even better. Of course, I'm paying attention to the electrical on the other side. I don't know if I can do it. We're gonna try. It's heavy, for sure. Do it without dropping it. Whew. That's helping a little bit. This would be a lot better. It's just a little sketchy doing it. Oh, I got it on the boat down there. That's going to help. I need to go up a little higher without dropping anything. The boat is holding it down there. See if we can hold that just to get this started. This is way better. That's beautiful. That is, well, I got the boat down there holding it. That's beautiful. That one right there will hold it until I get it squared away. So now I just need to go down and get the ladder on the other side. That's beautiful. That'll hold it. Somebody watch that up there so it don't fall and bust me in the head. I'm counting on you. I'll tell you what, I haven't been doing a lot of work because it's been so hot. It's about 95 right now. I'm sweating bad, but it's been so hot out here. Today there's a little bit of clouds, you see it. It's threatening rain, and that's why I'm out here. It's a little cooler. So the plan, use this rope to pull this up when I get up here. That's the plan. Hoping this thing don't come loose on the other side. It's hot like this. You only got few minutes of working, you'll be wore down. Looks like this one's going all the way to the top of this pole to be level, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. Let my shoulder do. Oh yeah, it's good enough. Holding it with my shoulder. I'll try to get this started. I'm Must have got in the side of it. I'm gonna get another one in here. This side. A little sketchy. That's got it. That's got it. That's pretty level. I have to get to the other side and put another screw in it, but I'm gonna put another one here while I'm here. Can't really get to that other side. That it's pretty level, pretty level. I planned to bring the level up here, but boy, it's too many things. All right, and it's just starting to rain a little bit. So it started to rain a little bit, but I needed to get a total of 5 screws in each side, so I quickly done that in case we had some stormage come in. Hey guys, well, look at there, I finally got it up. I need to cut those off, and then I need to fill in under there. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna move where you can see it. That's 2 by 10s, and I'm gonna fill them in with 2 by 6s all the way, fill it up completely, and that ought to do it. That ought to pull the motor real easy. Shouldn't it's? I put it up. I thought I was gonna put it up about there. And then I decided for future project boats, maybe bigger boats, it would need to be a little bit higher. So I went ahead and moved it on up. But there we go. Next thing, pulling them motors, boy. Gonna be a good time.